And now, for this week's State of Trade in Star Citizen. Trading slowed down considerably this week with the anticipation of 3.7 hitting Evocati. With the market cooling off, limited commodities have been in ample supply even during peak hours. This has led to soaring profits for those still trading and historic lows on commodity pricing. In the metals trade, Agricium sunk as low as 22.62, down from last week's high of 25 UEC. Titanium at Tram & Meyer set a record high at 7.97, up from its base price of 7.10. Once again, traders are urged to visit Ariel for virtually guaranteed base pricing on titanium. Gold continues at its base pricing of 5.4 UEC, except for deposits on Daymar reaching up to 5.87 UEC during peak trade. Aluminum and tungsten see no change. Legal Vice continues to be a slow market. Distilled spirits stayed mostly firm at their base price of 4.5 UEC, while stims see little movement and a continued base price of 2.8. Smugglers had a slightly easier time this week when it came to moving drugs, although congestion was still an issue. Many hope that 3.7 will bring more locations worth selling to and higher demand caps. Gases see the same trends as last week as astatine continues to be the dominant commodity. Deposits around Crusader consistently rose as high as 7.85, with deposits on ETA reaching into the 7.62 range during peak times. ETA deposits did settle back to a base price of 7 UEC during off hours. Chlorine, hydrogen, iodine, and fluorine continue to stay at base pricing, with exceptions for Arcorp 157 on Yela. Dislocation continues to see heavy traffic and experiences price fluctuations due to heavy demand. Minerals saw less popularity this week. Laranite actually dropped as low as 25.13 at some locations, and enough stock was available to fill multiple caterpillars even during peak activity. While above its base price of 24.10, the average has been far below its usual 26 to 27 range. Diamond continued at its base price of 5.85, with occasional exceptions on Walla and Selen. Beryl, Corundum, and Quartz see no change worth noting. Medical supplies returned to its base price of 15.75, down from averages in the 16 range as the commodity has lost confidence. With 2 runs of titanium or astatine equaling or even exceeding a single haul of medical, and those commodities only risking half the price of medical against an Erico 30,000, many traders have given up this commodity entirely in favor of mid-tier alternatives. Processed food sees no change. Scrap continues to be an excellent market for bulk haulers, but sees no meaningful change from last week. Most locations continue to stay at base pricing of 1.35, with the occasional higher price found at Grim Hex or R&R True L1. Agricultural supplies see little movement and continue at a base price of 1 UEC. And now for next week's forecast. A majority of trading will cease entirely, with the expected announcement of 3.7. Most commodities will be available at lower pricing, although it is strongly encouraged to not put effort into trading if a new patch is announced for testing, as a progress wipe is all but guaranteed. And now for this week's trading tip. Jumping to Area 18 still runs the risk of plowing you into Arcorp. As a rule of thumb, any jump over 1,750 kilometers to Area 18 runs the risk of explosion. But you can avoid this. First, either set a keybind for engines off, or make sure you can hit it quickly. Then, jump to Area 18. After a few hundred kilometers, shut down engines. Then, turn them back on, and jump again as normal. Be advised, you must shut down engines and not the ship. Shutting down the ship will complete the jump and runs the risk of exploding. This will guarantee that you make it to Area 18 safely, until the issue is fixed. That's it for this week's State of Trade. Until next time, keep on trucking.